There's a table with chairs. Nobody's in it.
Yes. Tell me more.
It's a kitchen.
Yes.
With an island in the middle.
Yes. Is this a modern kitchen?
It's more like a farmhouse kitchen.
Yes. Yes. Tell me more.
There's a granite countertop and the island. Somewhat
Yes.
dark in the room.
Yes. And as you're in this kitchen, look at yourself. What do you look like?
I feel like I'm young. I feel like I have dirty fingernails.
Yes. Is it the same body as yours or a different body?
A different body.
What do you look like?
I have like a shirt, an old shirt on,
Yeah.
dirty. I feel like I'm blonde,
Yes. How old are you there?
maybe 8.
Yes. And look at your feet. What do your feet look like?
They are human, small.
Are they clean or dirty?
They look clean.
Do you have any shoes on?
No.
No. Very good. So what do you imagine you're doing in this place? Is this your home?
Yes, I want to wash my hands in the sink.
All right.
I
So go
have to
ahead
use a step stool to get up there.
and tell me what you do.
I rinse my hands in the sink.
Now, why do you imagine that your hands have gotten so dirty? What were you doing?
I think I was playing in the dirt.
By yourself or with somebody else?
I feel like I was by myself.
And where's your mom and dad?
I don't know.
Are you by yourself in that house?
Yes.
So just walk around and tell me what's there.
Either I see an apple orchard or something about apples outside.
Go ahead and see what that is.
I think there's someone picking
Yeah.
apples on a ladder.
Yes. Who do you imagine that is?
I think it's someone that works for us.
Yes.
I think he's African American. He's wearing a white shirt.
Yes. And does he address you at all when you see him?
I don't think so.
What else do you notice around you?
Mountains.
Yes. Tell me more.
Like rows and rows of apple trees, and the mountains are in the distance. They're kind of bluish gray.
Yes. And where do you imagine you live? What is this place called?
First word comes elegy.
Alaj. Yes. What country is this?
I want to say Georgia. USA.
USA. And what year is this?
1957.
Very good. Very good. And what do they call you? What is your name?
Sonora.
Sonora. Very good. Sonora, let's do something. I'm going to count to 3. When I get to number 3, you're going to go forward or backwards in your life to an important event. 1, 2, and 3. What's happening? Notice
I
how
don't,
old you are.
I feel like I'm in a sundress
Mm-hmm.
with a hat and
How old are you now?
late teens, early 20s, maybe.
Mm-hmm. Tell me more.
I'm in a blue dress with flowers on it. I'm wearing Keds.
Mm-hmm.
I don't see my face.
How do you feel there?
I feel okay.
Mm-hmm. Where are you?
I feel like there might be a lake nearby.
Mm-hmm. Are you by yourself or are there others around you?
I want to say there might be others, but I don't feel like I see anybody.
Mm-hmm. Yes, continue.
Just skipping stones in the water.
Mm-hmm. Yes. Tell me more.
I feel like there's a male presence, but I don't know who it is.
Mm-hmm. Yes, continue. If you knew, even if you think you're making it up, who is this male?
Johnny?
Mm-hmm. Who is Johnny to you?
I think he's a boy that lives down the street.
Mm-hmm. And how do you feel about Johnny being there?
Indifferent.
Mm-hmm.
He's okay.
Mm-hmm. Tell me the importance of this day. What's happening that's important?
I'm not sure.
Okay. So advance a little bit more to find out what's happened on this day. I'll count to three. When I get to three, you'll be at that moment. 1, 2, and 3. What's happening?
I think he's proposing to me, but I really don't have any feelings for him.
Mm-hmm. Yes, tell me more.
I don't see anything else.
All right, very good. So let's close the scene, and you're going to advance a little bit more when something does happen. 1, 2, and 3. You're there now. Notice how old you are and where you are.
I'm driving down a truck in a car,
Mm-hmm.
small highway. I'm older.
Yes, are you by yourself or is there anybody with you?
I feel like I have a little dog with me.
Mm-hmm.
Jack Russell mix or something.
Mm-hmm. Where is it that you're going?
I think I'm going to the store.
Mm-hmm. Tell me more.
Some old hardware store.
Mm-hmm.
It's wood in front.
Mm-hmm. Yes, continue.
I think I'm buying a bag of nails.
Mm-hmm. Yes. Are these nails for you?
I have to fix a fence.
Mm-hmm. Yes, continue. Where are you
But
now?
I feel like I don't get back to the truck for some reason.
Mm-hmm. What happens?
Not quite sure.
So go back a little bit more as you're going into that hardware store. Just walk me through.
I walk in and I go to the counter and I ask for some nails in a brown paper bag. He weighs them out and puts them in there. And I pay him. Oh,
What happens next?
I think my dog got hit by a car.
Yes. Yes, continue. Tell me more.
Doesn't make it.
He doesn't make it. What happens to you, Sonora?
I'm holding him really upset, covered in blood. Nobody's there to help me.
Yes.
I think the general store manager offers to bury him out back. But I want to take him home.
Yes. So what do you do next?
I take him home. There's a field with tall grass. I think there's a creek that goes through. I bury him near there.
And you're now alone?
Yes.
So at this moment, what's been the most difficult part of all of this?
Always being alone. I feel like I have a tough life.
Yes.
Scraping by. But I wanted it this way.
Yes. Yes.
I didn't want to be with anyone else.
And when you make that decision to not be with anyone else, what are your emotional reactions?
I think I'm sad at the end that I didn't let anyone else in.
Yeah.
It makes me sad.
Yes.
I
So
think life could have turned out differently.
think about how this is now affecting you in the life as Rita. What does it make you do?
I feel closed off.
And when you close yourself off, what does it keep you from doing in the life as Rita?
Experiencing life.
Very good. So listen carefully. I'm going to count from 1 to 3. When I get to number 3, you're going to go the point in your life when you made this decision, when this all began for you. 1, 2, and 3. Where does this all begin?
Refusing the proposal. I think he came back from war.
Yes.
I think I was afraid of losing more people in my life that I didn't want to spend time with him.
Say that again. Say that again.
I think I've lost people in my life and I didn't want to spend time with him and end up losing him.
Yes. Yes. So notice how this decision is now affecting you in the life as Rita. When you refuse something because of other
Fear.
people. Mm-hmm. Yes.
I was just afraid of losing people and being hurt again and opening up my heart.
Mm-hmm. Yes. Very good. So I want you now to advance to the last day of your life as Sonora. I'm going to count to 3. When I get to number 3, you'll be there. 1, 2, and 3. How old are you there?
I think I'm 80.
Mm-hmm. Yes, tell me more.
Lying in bed.
Anybody with you?
I can't tell.
Mm-hmm. You could feel it. Are you being cared by anyone, or are you caring for yourself?
I think there might be someone younger there.
Mm-hmm. Yes. What's happening with your body?
Just feel old, tired.
Mm-hmm. So allow your body to just die. And leave that body like an old coat, drifting away from that body. And as you drift away, you'll be able to see your whole lifetime before you, the choices that you've made. Why is it that you chose that life and that experience? What did you have to learn from that?
I wanted to learn to stand up for myself.
Mm-hmm. Did you learn to do that?
Yeah,
Mm-hmm. Yes.
but at the expense of being lonely.
Mm-hmm. Yes. So as your soul is watching this, your guides are there with you. Go towards your guides. What do they tell you about how you did in that life?
They said I was loving and kind,
Mm-hmm.
but I was selfish.
Yes.
I need to give more to others.
Mm-hmm. So what decision has been made by your soul at this time?
To go back and do it again.
Mm-hmm. And notice how you feel about that.
I could do better.
Very good. Very good. So with that, just allow your soul to go into the light, knowing that with the death of that body, that experience is over. Allow yourself to breathe in that light, resting, taking it all in, feeling the love, feeling the light. And as your soul rests, I'm going to count from 1 to 3. When I get to number 3, you'll go to the next moment in time in which your soul needs to heal. 1, 2, and 3. Where are you? What is this place? What do you sense?
I feel like I'm in a trench.
Mm-hmm. Are you male or female?
Male,
Mm-hmm. How old are you there?
25.
Mm-hmm. And what are you doing in that trench?
Surviving.
Mm-hmm. Yes. Notice how you're dressed.
I have a helmet and a rifle, green fatigues.
Yes. And where is it that you are?
Germany.
What year is this?
1921.
Very good. And what do they call you there? What is your name?
Sergeant Jacobs.
So, Sergeant Jacobs. Are you in charge of men?
Yes.
How many?
500.
That's quite a responsibility.
That's a lot of people.
How do you feel about this responsibility of all these people?
I can do it.
Yes.
You look up to me.
How does that feel when they look up to you?
Feels good.
So, what's happening at this moment that you're in this trench?
We're ducking for cover.
Yes, tell me more about what's happening around you.
There's a lot of gunfire. Dirt is flying everywhere. We're trying to move through the trenches to get a better position.
Yes. Yes, continue.
There's a lot of shouting.
What is it that they're shouting about?
I can't make it out. Just too much chaos.
How do you feel about that?
I feel like I'm just watching it.
So tell me what happens.
I don't think I'm there anymore.
Where is your soul?
Above the battlefield.
So as you're watching this battlefield, what's been the most difficult part of all of this?
They're not human. Humans wouldn't do this to each other.
Yes. Yes.
Why are they hurting each other?
So listen carefully, Sergeant Jacobs. I'm going to count from 3 backwards. And when I get to number 1, you're going to see how this all began. And this time you're going to experience everything in detail. Feel it. 3, 2, and 1. How does this all begin?
I'm in Britain. And we're being called to action. There was a ship that sank. And
Yes.
it was a call to war because of that.
Yes. What happens next?
Where there's a bunch of people lining up to sign paperwork to go to the front line.
Notice how it feels to be able to do that.
I feel proud to help my country.
Very good. Continue. What happens next?
They divide us into groups. I'm sent to a ship.
Mm-hmm.
They give me nice barracks. I think I'm higher ranking.
Mm-hmm. Yes. Yes, continue.
There's a map, and they're discussing where to place people.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like we're still on the ship,
Mm-hmm.
talking about where to land.
And notice what countries you're seeing on the map.
I see France.
Yes.
There's Germany.
Yes, continue.
Oh. Oh, it seems kind of mixed up because it doesn't seem like this would be in the First War.
I don't want you to think about it. Just be there. Ask your conscious mind to take a back seat. What happens next? Advance forward a little bit more.
In a forest of trees, removing men.
Mm-hmm.
We're going up a hill. We have lookout scouts ahead.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Smells of burning wood.
Mm-hmm. What do you imagine is burning?
The trees.
Mm.
They cut them down to make room for barracks, men's tents.
Mm-hmm. Yes. Yes, continue.
There's someone on horseback coming our way,
Mm-hmm.
giving us information about where the enemies are.
Yes. What do you do next?
We decide to make camp somewhere. It's been a long day.
Mm-hmm.
There's not much to eat. I feel like morale is down.
Mm-hmm. How long have you been there?
Through the winter. It's
Mm-hmm.
spring now, but it's still cold.
Mm-hmm. Advance forward a little bit more. What's happening?
They're telling us to move somewhere else. That we've lost our position at a different front line, so we have to go help them there.
Mm-hmm. Yes. So what do you do?
We gather up what we can and march that way.
Yes.
It feels like a hopeless cause.
Mm-hmm.
like it's never going to end.
Yes.
Getting tired of not making any progress.
Mm-hmm.
I feel the burden of having to carry these people through.
Mm-hmm. Say that again.
I feel the burden of having to carry these people through.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like some of them doesn't pull their own weight.
Mm-hmm. Yes. Yes.
Just have to gather them all up to do things that I don't even want to do.
Mm-hmm. Yes. So listen, I'm going to count to 3. When I get to number 3, you'll be at that last day of your life. 1, 2, and 3.
I was shot in the chest.
And as your body begins to just shut down, what is the last thought that your brain has before you leave that body?
I didn't bring them all home.
Mm-hmm. Yes. Yes.
Just disappointed.
Mm-hmm. So I want you to take a moment now and speak to all of your men. Talk to them from your heart. What do you say to all of these men that weren't able to make it home?
Sorry I didn't take you home. We were stuck here. With no way out.
Mm-hmm. And I want you to talk to all of those who took all of your energy from you, all of your hope. Who do you speak to?
The government.
Mm-hmm. Go ahead and tell them exactly how you feel about sending you and all of those men.
War is not the way to fight out your own differences. You're just using us as puppets.
Yes, and you've taken my power.
Taken my power.
Mm-hmm. I demand that you give me back that power now.
Demand you give me back that power. I had other things I wanted to do in my life.
Yes. Open your arms and take back that power. Take it all back. Feel yourself. Feel it vibrating through your body. And now take that body into the light, knowing that with the death of that body, that experience is over. And as you look back at that experience, you could understand what was the purpose of living that life? What was the purpose of having that burden of carrying all of these people through? Why did you choose that life and that experience?
Sometimes we have to do things we don't want to do.
Mm-hmm. What did you learn from that experience as a soul?
There's always a bigger picture.
Mm-hmm. Yes. And what does your guide tell you about that life? Seeing it from a different perspective?
I chose a tough one.
Mm-hmm. Yes. So now that you've gone from one extreme to another, does the soul need to learn now?
Even though things are tough, you're stronger than your experiences. They only make you wiser.
Mm-hmm. Very good. So now allow that soul to go into the light, feeling yourself floating into that light, breathing that light in, beginning to feel your soul resting until the next appropriate lifetime. And I'm going to count from 1 to 3. When I get to number 3, you'll go to the next moment in time in which your soul needs to heal. 1, 2, and 3. Where are you?
Feel like I'm in a spaceship.
Mm-hmm. Tell me more.
I see a bunch of stars.
Mm-hmm. Do you have a body in that spaceship?
Yes.
What do you look like?
Bluish gray.
Mm-hmm. Tell me more.
3 fingers.
Mm-hmm.
I control the ship with my mind.
Mm-hmm. Do you feel male or female?
I don't think I have a gender.
Mm-hmm. Very good. So where is it that you are going? Where are you controlling the ship to go?
Altair.
What's it called?
Altair.
Altair. What is the purpose of your mission today?
I think it's a peacekeeping mission.
Mm-hmm. Are you by yourself in that ship?
Yes.
Mm-hmm. What's happening in Altair that requires your assistance?
There's a meeting. They're talking to people.
Mm-hmm. Very good. So allow your ship to get close to Altair and tell me what that looks like.
A lot of water.
Mm-hmm. Is this a water planet?
Yes, there's buildings.
Mm-hmm.
They're tall on a base and then around with windows.
Mm-hmm. The buildings are round?
Buildings are flat and round with
Mm-hmm.
windows in between the bottom and top layer.
Mm-hmm.
They have a base that goes down into the water.
Mm-hmm.
They're in clusters.
Now notice if there are any other ships or people that you see from your perspective.
There's a lot of people.
Mm-hmm. Do they all look like you?
And different. They're all
Mm-hmm.
different kinds.
Where do you see them? Are they on the water or the ground?
They're on the platforms in between the buildings, walking,
Okay.
going about their day.
Mm-hmm. So what do you do?
I land the ship,
Mm-hmm.
go down the stairs.
Yes.
There's a larger building in the middle, like a tower. It's a room that has a round table with several different people around it.
Mm-hmm. What do they look like?
They're different beings.
Mm-hmm. Do they look humanoid to you, or are they different?
They're all different. Some are human-like, some are more alien-like.
Mm-hmm. Yes. How many do you see?
8.
Mm-hmm. And what is your role among all of these? You said it's a peacekeeping mission, but what is your role there? Are you part of this group?
Yeah, I provide information about what's going on in other parts of the galaxy.
Mm-hmm. And what's the importance of this meeting? What information do you have?
We're going to talk about how to raise the vibration of Earth.
Mm-hmm. What is happening on Earth that has lowered the vibration?
So many low densities like war,
Mm-hmm.
famine, greed.
Mm-hmm.
Discussing which planets, starseeds we want to send there.
Mm-hmm. Yes. Yes, continue.
There seems to be some division about how many from where.
Mm-hmm.
What would be the best combination
Yes.
in the long run?
Mm-hmm. And why is it required to send people from other places to Earth? What can they do to raise the vibration?
Gaia says she can't do it alone.
Mm-hmm.
She needs help.
Mm-hmm.
So we send people there to help raise the vibration.
And how do you find these star seeds that are willing to go to Earth
They
and do this?
volunteer.
They volunteer.
They've done it before.
Mm-hmm.
They want to do it again.
Very good. So what happens next?
We decide that we want to have certain star seeds from certain areas. We'll start with them first.
Mm-hmm.
See how it goes.
So where do you find these first groups?
They're old, they're ancient.
Mm-hmm.
They want to come back and do it again and help.
Mm-hmm. When did they do it last time?
They've done it before on their own planets.
Okay. So how many of these ancient star seeds are sent to Earth? Is there a number?
Getting at first it was 1,200.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
But now there's many more.
Mm-hmm.
They seem like they enjoy it. They say it's fun.
Mm-hmm. So how is it that these star seeds will manage to raise the vibration of Earth? What do they do?
Some don't have to do anything, they just be.
Mm-hmm.
They have it in their hearts.
Okay.
Some of them are just very joyful beings. Some of them have a very hard job to do.
In what way?
They have to pull it all together, pull their energies together. Like finding a needle in a haystack.
Mm-hmm.
Find each other and pull it all together.
So are you saying that these star seeds actually find other star seeds?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes they know it, sometimes they don't.
Yes. Tell me more about this.
When their energies match, their vibrations match,
Mm-hmm.
and they're able to raise the vibration of Earth.
I see.
It's like holding hands without physically having to hold hands.
Mm-hmm. Energetically, you say?
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Yes. Are you one of the star seeds that has chosen to go to Earth?
Yes.
Mm-hmm. So I'd like for you to move forward to the moment in which you make this decision yourself and what happens next.
I want to go down and be the peacekeeper.
Mm-hmm.
Like
So in
holding
order,
down the fort.
holding down the fort. Very good. And in order to do that, do you require any special skills?
No, I have all the skills I need. They're
So what?
there.
They're there. Very good. So I'd like for you to now go to the moment in which you decide to take on the body of a human on Earth. What happens?
You have to choose one that you resonate with.
Mm-hmm.
Your DNA has to match. Otherwise, you'll have problems.
Mm-hmm. So where have you chosen?
I've chosen one that's had similar experiences from before.
Mm-hmm.
Many, many lifetimes.
Very good. Very good. Is there anything that you do to prepare for this new adventure?
I feel like I'm ready.
Very good. So I'm going to count from 1 to 3. When I get to number 3, you will see yourself in the new body. 1, 2, and 3. You're there now. Where are you?
I'm in this body.
Mm-hmm. Notice if you're born or you're inside your mother.
I'm born.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
I think I come later.
Mm-hmm. Yes. Tell me more.
I was already a child. And I decided to come.
Mm-hmm. So notice in the body of this child if she already has her own soul.
It took a little bit of convincing.
Mm-hmm. Tell me about that.
She had a lot of burdens in her, conflicts from previous lives.
Yes.
It took a while for her to come into her own.
Mm-hmm. Yes, continue.
She had a lot to let go.
Mm-hmm. But it seems that now, as an adult, she's taken on new burdens. She continues. She's had heartaches. She's lost people that she loves. She's caring for those that cannot care for themselves. Why has she once again gone into the role where she has burdens of others?
She has a big heart.
Mm-hmm.
She can't help herself. She doesn't like it when they don't have a voice of their own.
Mm-hmm. Yes. So what does she need to know about this caretaking role that she's taken on in this life?
She can do it.
Mm-hmm.
She's the best one for it.
Okay. But she's wondering about her purpose here. What is she supposed to be doing if she's a starseed?
She just needs to be happy.
Mm-hmm.
Her happiness will spread across to others.
Mm-hmm.
When they see her happy, they will know that they could be happy too.
Mm-hmm. So speak to her about what's keeping her unhappy, and that is grief.
She just need to be more lighthearted and take on too much.
Mm-hmm.
Just don't be so burdened by everything.
Mm-hmm.
It's not so bad.
So is it her decision of how she's looking at these responsibilities?
It's not more than what she can handle.
Mm.
We wouldn't give her too much.
Okay. But the past still hurts. Why did she choose a partner that would leave so quickly?
It's a distraction.
Could you explain that, please?
She needed to elevate him.
Mm-hmm.
She's done that job.
Mm-hmm.
And she can move on.
And what about her friend? She's still grieving about her friend.
She'll have new friends.
Mm-hmm.
She wanted to go.
She did.
She finished her work.
Okay. But what about Jamie? Did he finish his work?
He had a lesson to learn.
What was that lesson? Do you know?
He needed to learn forgiveness.
Mm-hmm. Did he accomplish that?
Yes,
Mm-hmm. But notice Rita. Has she forgiven herself?
in some ways.
Mm-hmm. Where is she lacking in that forgiveness?
She knows to forgive others.
Mm-hmm.
She needs to be more kind to herself.
Mm-hmm. So where is she holding all of this?
She
Where
holds it in her heart.
Mm-hmm. So take a look at her heart and tell me what that looks like with all of this grief and not allowing her to forgive herself. Where's she holding that?
It's all black.
It's all black. All right, so go even deeper and see what all that blackness is made out of.
Thick tar.
Mm-hmm. Yes. Go even deeper into this very thick tar. Are these words? Are these people? Is this self-talk? What is that?
It's not being enough.
Not being enough. Mm-hmm. Very good. So listen carefully. I want you to just dive deeper into that not being enough. And I want you to say that out loud. I'm not enough.
I'm not
Like
enough.
like a mantra. And as you do, you're going to go to the origin of when the first time you felt that I am not enough. Go ahead and say it until you get to it.
Not enough.
Keep
Not
saying.
enough. Not enough. Long time ago.
How old are you?
I'm young.
Hmm. How old?
Maybe 10.
What's happening?
I carry water.
Hmm.
It's like a desert area.
Yes.
Rocks.
Yes.
I go to fetch the water, but by the time I bring it back, they're not full. I spill a lot of it.
Mm-hmm. And what happens? What are the consequences?
I get beat.
Mm-hmm.
They're mad at me for that. It's too
Yes.
heavy. I can't carry it myself.
Mm-hmm. Say that again.
I can't carry it myself.
Mm-hmm.
What else do you want me to do? I'm just a kid.
Mm-hmm. So what decision is made at that moment? What thought about yourself is created?
But I have to do this to prove myself.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
I can do it. I am enough.
Mm-hmm. Yes. So I want you to notice how this pain in your heart of not being enough is now affecting the life as Rita. This decision that was made about yourself at that moment as a child in a different place. Is that decision made by Rita or somebody else?
Somebody else.
Mm-hmm. Very good. So I want you to just focus on this heart that's black with tar. And I want you to repeat these words. That's not mine.
That's not mine.
It's just not true for me.
It's not true for me.
And feel your heart. And now you make a new decision. What is this new decision?
I believe in myself.
Mm-hmm. Yes. Notice how this heart feels now.
Feels lighter.
Mm-hmm. All right. So go dive deeper and find if there's any other decision that you've made either in this lifetime as Rita or a different lifetime or perhaps a decision made by someone else about you? Was that decision made by you or someone else?
By me.
Mm-hmm. Very good. So I want you to repeat these words. I used to believe that,
I used to believe that,
but it's not true anymore.
but it's not true anymore.
It's just not true.
It's just not true.
Mm-hmm. And notice your heart now.
It's getting fuller.
Mm-hmm. Very good. So notice if there's been a different decision that's been made, either by yourself or anyone else. Is it yours or someone else's?
It's mine.
Mm-hmm. Very good. So you're going to say it again. I used to believe that,
I used to believe that,
but I don't anymore.
but I don't anymore.
It's just not true.
It's just not true.
Feel your heart.
Something else is still there.
Very good. Does it belong to you? Was it a decision made about you or someone else? Did someone else make that decision?
I don't think it belongs to me.
It does or does not?
Does not.
Very good. So then you're going to say, that's not mine.
That's not mine.
It's just not true for me.
It's just not true for me.
Mm-hmm. Let it go.
I let it go.
Mm-hmm. Feel your heart.
It's happier.
Very good. Very good. And now that you understand that these decisions have caused this heart to be heavy, we now make another decision. What decision do you make now about your life and your heart?
I choose to be happy.
Mm-hmm. Very good. So I want you to go ahead and choose a color that represents happiness for your heart. Joy, openness, allowing others to enter, and allowing your happiness to be spread. What color would that be?
Green.
Beautiful. I'm going to sound a tuning fork, and you bring that green into your heart. Breathe it in. Amplify it now. Allow it to fill your heart with happiness and spread with each pulsing of that heart into every cell of your body. Feel that happiness flowing, making you lighter. How does it feel now?
Feels good.
Mm-hmm.
My guides want to say something.
Very good.
They want to spread joy. Everyone needs to be more joyful. They're so burdened in their lives, going to and fro about their day, worried about this, worried about that. They need to lighten their heart. You need to lighten your heart.
Mm-hmm.
Don't take things so seriously. Don't look at things in the media and the news. Some of it's just not true. Don't believe in all of that stuff. It's just garbage. You know who you are. You know what you're here for. You need to just lighten up, be joyful, be happy. Don't be bogged down in material things. They're just things. You can't take them with you. They're not important. You need to focus on what's important, especially right now. You need to focus on love. You need to love each other. I think we've forgotten how to love.
Yes. So what do you say now to Rita, who's been traveling in her astral dreams, helping others. What do you tell her?
She's a very joyful, optimistic being. That's who she really is.
Mm-hmm.
She's taken on a lot of burdens.
Mm-hmm.
She wants everyone to experience the happiness and joy, so she goes around and reminding people who they really are.
Mm-hmm. So she does that in her waking and her dream state?
In her dream state.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think she has the confidence to say it out loud just yet. She doesn't think people would believe her.
Mm-hmm. Oh, she just did. So what does she need to do moving forward now?
Open up her voice. Doesn't matter what others think of you.
Mm-hmm.
You know who you are.
Good. And talking about her voice and her mouthpiece, she seems to be experiencing some sores in her mouth. What's causing that?
She doesn't express the truth.
Mm-hmm. She holds back?
She holds back.
Mm-hmm. Is that a decision that she's made?
She doesn't want people to judge her. She's
Mm-hmm.
had a lot of judgment in the past.
Mm-hmm. Are we ready to let go of that and make a new decision about how she speaks from her heart?
Yes.
All right. So, I used to believe that,
I used to believe that,
but I don't anymore.
but I don't anymore.
It's just not true.
It's just not true.
And I'm going to sound a tuning fork for the throat, and I want you to go ahead and open up that throat chakra. Tell me what's happening.
It's vibrating.
Mm-hmm. And as it vibrates, you can now make a new decision to speak your truth. That what comes from your mouth is joyful, with hope, and that you'll be spreading that to all of those who listen. What else would you like to add?
I don't have to worry about other people, what they would think. When they're ready to listen, they will hear.
Beautiful.
They will remember your words.
Mm-hmm. Very good. So let's do a scan of this body and see how this body is feeling.
She holds pain in her hips.
Mm-hmm. Focus on that pain. Where is it coming from?
Her left hip.
Mm-hmm. Go deeper into it. Where is it coming from? Is it from this lifetime or a different lifetime?
I want to say it's a different lifetime.
All right. So as I count from 1 to 3, you'll go to that lifetime to see how this happened. 1, 2, and 3. Where are you?
Africa.
Mm-hmm. Are you male or female?
Female.
Mm-hmm. How old are you there?
I feel like I'm 40.
Mm-hmm. What's happening?
I have a lot of kids to take care of in the village.
Mm-hmm. Are these yours?
Not all of them.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Some of them don't have mothers.
What's happened to their mothers?
They either died or they just don't want to do the work.
Is this a role that you've taken on yourself?
Yes, someone has to take care of all the children.
Tell me more about this life.
It's not easy. There's not a lot of resources. I don't want the children to go hungry. I carry a lot of them on my hips.
What side?
The left side.
Yes. And as you carry these children on your left side, notice if there's any thoughts that you have, any decisions that you make.
I want them to be happy. I don't want them to feel the burden of their life. They're children. They should be happy.
Yes. Notice how it makes you feel to be able to help them and give them that happiness.
I feel their love. They're happy kids.
Very good. So I'm going to count to 3, close the scene, and now go to the end of your life in that lifetime. 1, 2, and 3. Notice how old you are.
I think I'm just in my 60s.
Notice your health.
Not in good health. My heart gave out. I just didn't have any more to give.
And notice at the moment of your death, what's your last thought?
Just please let these kids grow healthy. They deserve the best.
Yes. So allow yourself to leave that body and seeing your whole lifetime. What was the purpose of living that life so difficult with all these children?
There's more to life than just yourself. You have to think of others.
Yes.
But not to put them first. You help yourself, and by helping yourself, you can help others.
Yes. So I want you to look at the life that Rita is living with her choice of not having children. What does that have to do with her hip?
She didn't want children. I think she was worried about putting them first and not putting herself first. She didn't want to be selfish.
So why does she need to carry this reminder in her hip?
Because you could be self-centered at some point. It's a survival mechanism.
Do we need that pain anymore?
No.
All right. So let's make a new decision and just say, that's not mine.
That's not mine.
It's just not true for me.
It's just not true for me.
And let go of the pain in the hip.
I let it go.
And now let's put something in that space that reminds you of your true destiny in this lifetime as Rita. What color would you like to put in there to remind
Pink.
you? Beautiful. I'm going to sound the tuning fork. And you're going to spread that pink in there. And you could put beautiful things in that pink. You could put flowers. You could put whatever you want. Breathe it in. Allow the pink to flow. Flow to the other hip. Flow down the legs and feet. Flow up into your body. Feel yourself radiating in pink now. And scan your body and see how that feels now.
Feels good.
Mm-hmm. Now, Rita has had acne throughout her whole life. What is that?
She hides her face.
Mm-hmm. What advice do you give her about that?
You should let your face shine.
Mm-hmm.
She doesn't think she's pretty enough.
Mm-hmm. What do you tell her?
You're beautiful.
You know, this reminds me of when I was very young and it was time for me to take pictures. And I'd look at the pictures and say to my mother, "Oh, look how ugly I look in that picture." And my mother used to say, "When you get older, you're going to look at that beautiful skin, your beautiful face, and you're going to long to look like that because youth is beautiful. No matter what you look like, youth is beautiful. Appreciate it." Are we ready to let that face shine with its beauty?
Yes.
All right. So let's put some beautiful light on that face. Bring it out. With a beautiful smile so that the happiness can be felt all around the world. And now, the question that everyone has is the purpose. What is the purpose of this lifetime that she's living now? The one that she came from, the stars. What has she come here to do?
To be the light.
Mm-hmm.
To hold that light. And shine that light.
Beautiful. Is there anything else that you would like to tell her at this time? Any other message for her or anyone else?
She could do all the things she wants to do. She just has to put her mind to it.
Mm-hmm.
Focus more deeply.
Yes. And this idea of her having become a vet, where is that?
She doesn't need to do that to accomplish what she needs to accomplish.
Wonderful.
She knows that.
Wonderful. Good. So what is the purpose of having brought her to this session today?
She needed a reminder.
Mm-hmm.
She needs to believe in herself.
Mm-hmm. Yes. Very good. Anything else?
We give her all the things that she needs. She just needs to ask for it.
So continue to pray and ask.
All she needs to do is just ask.
Very good.
We'll make it happen.
Fantastic. So who is it that has been giving her advice today?
Maggie.
Mm-hmm. And who is Maggie?
She doesn't know her in this life. It's a
Mm-hmm.
previous lifetime. She's a guide.
Okay, very good. Very good. Is there anything else, or are we complete?
I think we're good.
5 wide awake, completely alert, feeling wonderful all over. Welcome back.
Thank you.
Thank you. You didn't see that coming, did you?
No.
No. Wow. That's a lot of lifetimes there.
Yeah, I felt like there was a lot
Yeah,
of
I felt like there
life.
was a lot of life. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So the question is, does it make sense to you?
Some of it does.
Some of it does. Mm-hmm. It's going to take time to put the pieces together. And I know you weren't telling me everything that was happening because it's just too much.
Right.
Right. You know? So little by little, as you listen to this recording and kind of relive it again, you can kind of expand yourself into more of it because you've already been there, so you can find it again.
Right.
And that life as a soldier was pretty tough.
Yes.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
And it's
And
funny
it's
because
funny
I
because I
never
never
really delve
really
deep into
delve deep
like the world
into like the world
wars.
wars.
I just don't
I
feel
just don't
like
feel like
looking at all
looking
that
at all that
suffering.
suffering. Yeah, well,
I
because you
appreciate
live
the
it. The
history, but I
history,
don't
but I
want to
don't want to
live
live
all that
all that
suffering.
suffering. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Because once you live it, it's like you don't want to deal with it anymore. Yeah. So this was pretty good. And your guide's message, do you remember your guide's message?
Yes.
Yes. Mm-hmm. Gotta lighten your heart.
Yes.
Yes. So now you know why you feel like you want to go home. You had a different place that you lived in.
Yeah, it
Yeah,
was,
it
I
was. I
remember that
remember that
planet
planet
very
very
well.
well. Mm-hmm.
And I look
And I look
so
so
different,
different.
very like
Very like
long
long
head
head
with like
with like
this
this
headpiece that
headpiece
went
that
on.
went on. Ah.
It was
It was
interesting.
interesting. And you were grayish blue.
Grayish
Grayish
blue,
blue.
big
Mm-hmm. Big
eyes,
eyes. 3 fingers.
three
Three
fingers,
fingers.
long
Long
neck,
neck.
just
Just
kind of
kind
long,
of long,
elegant
elegant
being.
being. Mm-hmm.
I
Yeah.
remember
I
there was a
remember there was a
mantis to the
mantis
right
to
of
the right
me.
of me. Interesting.
I don't
I don't
remember
remember
who was to the
who was to
left
the
of
left of
me,
me,
but there was a
but
lot
there
of
was a lot
different
of different
beings
beings
there.
there.
And then the
And then the
buildings were like
buildings were like
white
white
pods.
pods.
Kind of, it reminded me of
It
the
reminded me of the
Jetsons.
Jetsons.
Remember that
Remember
show?
that show? I wonder where they got all those ideas, huh?
I
I
know.
know.
And it's just
And
like they
it's
have
just
like
like they
these
have
little
like these little
pedestal
pedestal
base that
base
the
that the
homes or
homes or
buildings would be
buildings would be
on.
on.
And then you just
And then you
kind
just
of
kind of
see these
see these
windows
windows
like a
like a
saucer.
saucer. Mm-hmm.
A beautiful
Interesting. Beautiful
planet.
planet. Wow. So do you want to share this with others?
if you feel it's shareable.
I don't think there was anything personal in here.
No,
Really?
there
No,
wasn't
there
really
wasn't really
anything all that
anything all that
personal.
personal. Mm-mm. I mean, it was past lives and things that people deal with all the time. Is, I'm not good enough type of feelings, and you don't know where they come from, and I just want to go home because you're here on a mission, basically.
Right.
Right. And there's a lot of stuff that goes on here that's very emotional. Yeah. How long do you think the session was?
I feel like
I
it was
feel
about
like it
an
was about an
hour.
hour. Can you
Oh,
see? Oh,
let me get rid
let me
of
get
this
rid of this
message here.
message here.
Oh, hour
Oh,
and a
hour and a
half.
half. Mm-hmm. Yep. And I start the clock when you start talking. So
Okay.
the induction is not included. So, um, what do you think we want to call this session? Lighten your heart?
I think that would
I
be a
think
good
that would be a
one.
good one. I think that was the message, wasn't it?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We just
We
take
just
things
take
too
things too
seriously.
seriously.
And I
And I
see it.
see it.
I see
I see
people,
people,
because a lot of
because
my
a lot of my
clients,
clients,
they're busy
they're busy
people.
people. Yeah.
And
And
I just
I
want them
just
to
want them to
take the time
take the
for
time for
themselves.
themselves.
So I
So I
enjoy it when they
enjoy it
get
when
to
they
go
get to
on
go on
vacations and I
vacations
could give
and I
them the
could give
peace
them
of
the peace of
mind to take
mind to
care of
take
their
care of their
pets
pets
because they do
because they
need
do need
that.
that.
I
Yeah.
know
I
I didn't
know I
take a
didn't take a
vacation for eight
vacation
and a
for eight
half
and a half
years
years
of
there you go.
working.
Working. Yeah.
You can't
You
do that
can't
to
do that to
yourself.
yourself. Nope. Nope. And that's how you get clogged up. I mean, you start to resent and yeah, you can't be light at heart if you're working all the time and resenting not having time off.
Right.
Right. Good. So, since we're going to share this, I want to tell everybody that in order to get a session with me, just go to my website, albaweinman.com. Sign up for the newsletter. A newsletter comes out once a month, and that's how Rita got her session. She got her newsletter, and you click on the link for whether you want an in person session or a Zoom session. And Rita actually came to my home not too long ago for a Pandora Star session. And
Yeah.
yeah. I think that's how people get sessions with me when you are already in my vibration, either by going to a gathering or just meeting me. It's like the resistance comes down and you're able to get the session. So thank you, Rita, for signing up. And for all of you, thank you for watching. Until the next one, much love to you. Bye bye. Lighten your heart.